Hello, Dr. Vikki Petersen here. The clinic, Root Cause Medical Clinics, that's located in California as well as Florida. One of our areas of expertise is hiatal hernia syndrome. And a very good question that I can receive is that, I think I have this problem, will it go away on its own? Well, the answer is yes, it can go away on its own if it's very mild. So this is not the person who has had acid reflux for weeks, months, or years. This is not the person that's been having, shortness of breath or panic attacks. This is not the person with chronic constipation. This is somebody who, maybe it was Thanksgiving here in the U.S. and you overate and then you slumped over in a chair, or you lay down on the couch and you have this overextended stomach and it pushed up, and then you just feel really miserable. You feel like your food didn't digest, and you might feel some pressure right where your stomach is under your rib cage. But it's just that feeling of, oh, I'm stuffed, the food's not going anywhere, and what do I do? Maybe I'll take a walk, which is really smart actually, because gravity will help the movement, and gravity pulling down in the walk will help kind of get that stomach to relax and pull back down, which is exactly what you want. So in that sort of situation, it can definitely be temporary, and if you're smart, you walk it off, and it starts digesting, then that might be the end of it, which is great. I've definitely seen people who say, I eat very quickly, and if I eat very quickly, then I notice this problem. But if I slow down, I don't. So again, that's transitory. The stomach spasmed and it pushed up on the diaphragm, and it gave you that signal. I don't like what you're doing. You're making it difficult for me to digest. And you don't do that, and you're fine. You lifted something very heavy, and it was too much for you, and your core strength was not adequate, and that pushed the diaphragm up and or the stomach up, and then you set the heavy thing down and you relaxed, and so again, transitory. The other thing, women who are pregnant, and there's only so much room in that abdomen, and as that uterus gets bigger and that baby gets bigger, everything gets kind of squished. And I've seen this go both ways. I've had women say, wow, I was really miserable when I was pregnant. I remember actually with my first, and he was the biggest of all, having acid reflux, and thinking to myself, I'd already been a doctor for several years, saying, oh, this is what acid reflux feels like, because I had never experienced it, and then had the baby, and that was the end of it. And then I've also seen women who experienced it during pregnancy and then had the baby, and it was never the same. So they really had engaged in a more chronic condition that had to be reset and rebalanced. So the answer is yes, if it's very mild and it was from an event. But if you've had the symptoms for a while, then no, we're going to have to dig in there and really get to the reason why it's manifesting for you. That doesn't mean drugs or surgery necessarily at all. We have a natural program, but you need to get to that root cause and normalize it. So I hope that answered the question well. And if you feel that you have been suffering for a while and you've done the wait and see, and it's not really resolving, then consider reaching out to us for a free phone consultation, and we can get a good history from you and figure out the best way to help. This is our area of expertise, and we have a very high success rate, and we'd certainly be delighted to help, because the symptoms can be pretty miserable, and it's not something you have to put up with, and it's putting a lot of strain on your nervous system, your digestive system, several systems, hormonal. So it definitely permeates through the body in a number of different ways, and that's not something you should have to put up with. So again, if this is you, feel free to reach out. The best number is the 408-733-0400.